Good morning, Algonquin. Mr. Messi here with a question for you. Are you a morning person? Some of us are, some of us are not. Do you struggle to get ready for your day? Well, that might be a morning person or it might not be, but it could happen to any of us where we are challenged to start our day off on the right foot by being organized and ready to go. Well, do we ever have something for you? This year, during morning meeting, we're asking all of our students to complete a morning meeting to-do list, what we're calling our first five. So the first five, let's take a look at the slide that you'll be seeing on the morning announcement slides every single day. A chance for you to remember what you got to do each morning. It's broken down in a couple of parts. Let's look over on the left-hand side inside of the blue box. It says the first five. You'll notice numerals 1 through 5, and it goes in ABC order. Check it out. Attendance, breakfast, email, checking your independent work, and making sure your binder and drive are organized. And then some reminders on the right-hand side that we'll get to in just a minute. Let's break it down a little further. First thing you're going to be doing each morning, our letter A, is attendance. You're going to check in and say hello to your morning meeting teacher. Saying hello is such a kind thing to do. A good morning to your morning meeting teacher is an important thing to make sure you remember to do, because that way you're marked as present. So remember to say hello. On to letter B, which is breakfast, which is asking to go. Breakfast is free for all students this year again. Just like it was last year, there's no charge for breakfast. If you'd like to go get breakfast, please make sure that you ask permission of your teacher, pick up your breakfast, and then get back to your morning meeting room very quickly. No other students who are not receiving breakfast are allowed out of morning meeting to go down to the cafeteria. You must have permission to go get breakfast, but again, it is free if you're interested in breakfast. And there you go, SpongeBob eating his favorite Kelpo cereal. And please remember to clean up after yourselves, much like how Patrick Starfish does. Maybe not exactly how he does. Next up, on to letter C, check your school email. Remember to read the new messages that are arriving, to delete out old messages, and organize your email inbox. Super important to stay on top of your school emails. A lot of messages and communications come directly from your teachers. You, of course, receive emails from me as well as other people in the building, and that's important to keep up on the messages that you receive. So check that email each morning. Next up, we want to double check our independent work. Our assignments need to be done to our best work possible. That's part of the Warrior Way. It's what we do here each and every day. So using that time during morning meeting to make sure that your assignments are done, complete, and reflecting your best work is an essential thing to do. We also want to ensure that our binder and drive are organized. Get your materials ready for the day. Weed out your binder so you only have the materials that you need, only those papers that you must hang on to. That's important as well, so that you're not lugging around an overstuffed backpack and binder. And remember that equally important these days is to organize your Google Drive into the folders that we recommend for you. And we'll have more information about those as the year goes on. But keeping your drive organized is just as important as keeping your binder organized to be able to find the materials you need for each one of your classes. So here's an example of a very organized binder magically appearing for this student. That's a Trapper Keeper for those people who were not around in the 1980s when that was the coolest piece of school supply you could possibly have. All right, now that I've dated myself here, we have the first five on the left for you. And then, of course, we have on the right-hand side a couple of reminders. Let's break those down. On the tech to-dos, make sure that your Chromebook is charged up and ready to go. Make sure that your cell phone is turned off. It should be silent and stowed away for the day. Of course, you're welcome to use it during lunchtime in the cafeteria before school. And if you need to check a text message, the best time to do that is in between classes. But otherwise, your phone should be off and away throughout the day. Were you absent recently? Well, make sure to check in with your teachers. And remember, at the bottom there, it says say hi, because morning meeting is a time to connect with our friends in our morning meeting room, of course. But we want to do so appropriately and briefly and be focused and ready for the morning announcements, the Pledge of Allegiance, and make sure that you're completing your first five. All right, folks, well, there you have it. Our first five, a reminder for each one of us. It'll be built into the Pledge of Allegiance, a reminder that we have each morning, like we have typically done. We say, check your email, as we did last year. This year, we're including several other steps as good reminders for you to stay organized and do your personal best here at AMS each and every day. Let's make it a great day, Warriors.